What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Fanboy Talks, where we talk about everything you guys might care about. My name is Vaughn Hyde. I'm joined by my good friend Chase.
Hello.
And today, we most recently, over the weekend, went and saw Baby Driver, and we want to talk about it because we both absolutely loved it.
Great movie.
Yeah, fantastic movie. First, we're going to start off this with a completely spoiler-free review. And then about halfway through, we're actually going to get into spoilers. We'll make sure we let you guys know. If you haven't seen Baby Driver yet, we definitely think you need to. Once we get to the spoiler section, I would definitely pause this video, go watch it, and then come back and watch the rest of it.
Resume.
Exactly. Press that play button, you know, the normal way. You know, right? I don't know what any of that has to do with any of it. Yeah, I think there's only one way to click it.
Okay.
There's a pause way, too, I guess.
So, the overall consensus of the movie, I don't know if that's the right word, but we're using it.
Sure.
The whole thing is he listens, the main character, Baby, listens to music. And music kind of is just like the whole, like,
it's what
rhythm.
The movie is about. For the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a musical, how the movies or musicals are entirely about music, but everything in this world revolves around music. These songs are what really tie everything together. So when they do like certain action scenes or basically anything throughout the movie, it's entirely based in song. I mean, obviously, like, I hate musicals, so it's not like them like singing. I hate musicals for one reason and one reason only. I hate singing, like, talk singing. I really hate that. It's annoying to me. But this is like, if this was categorized as a musical, which it is not, but if it was, I think this is a perfect way to do it because everything in this movie is revolving around music.
From driving to shooting guns to even sometimes talking, that kind of followed the rhythm of the music that the guy was listening to.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I actually really liked it. And it was overall like a really interesting premise. I mean, it's nothing that you haven't seen before. It's
robbery,
a heist movie.
It's heist, it's different characters that really don't work well together, coming together and making a team and then it falling apart. Like, that happens in just about every heist movie.
It's standard heist movies. It's just how it happens. But this one was so intriguing because not only... I think we both liked these characters a lot. They were awesome characters. None of them really fell short of really feeling like a person, which I think definitely happens.
They all had their flaws. They all had their like, certain characters, I was like, oh man, I really like these characters.
Yeah.
And it was like, I hope there's more of them.
I really enjoyed that none of the actors seemed to be overshadowed by their counterparts. In a lot of movies like this, where you have younger stars and like much older, more professional actors, you see them being overshadowed because they just don't have the experience. But I thought they all did really well. It was really interesting.
Well, the thing about the main character was, in most movies that you watch, the main character is going to have the most dialogue.
Yeah.
And I think maybe at the end, when it's all said and done, because the fact that he was on screen the most, he might have the most dialogue. But you wouldn't think of that just watching the movie.
Yeah, you wouldn't just assume it because essentially he's a mute.
And
like,
and
he
a lot of the
very
time,
little.
and a lot of the time, when a character doesn't talk very much and you really enjoy that character, that's 100% by the acting. So I mean, he did a very good job portraying someone that really you don't learn a whole lot about, except for with his music and some other things that happen during the movie, and then they finally show you what's happening and what has happened and stuff like that. He doesn't talk very much.
Yeah.
And it's really intriguing, because I feel like that would be harder to portray a character that well when you don't really say very much.
Yeah, there's not so much exposition, so you really have to, like, you have to truly act. Like, they don't give you the lines to essentially explain who your character is, so you have to act it out. So like the scenes where he dances and everything, like I love that he was so rhythmic and he truly enjoyed music. He makes his own beats, he does all his own things. Like, not only did the entire movie revolve around this theme of music, but so did his life. And I really enjoyed that. And like both he and everyone else seemed to have like rhythmic, you know, I kind of forgot where I was going.
Solely based on the fact that that's what the movie was, yes. But he kind of took it to another level when he would be talking, or he would even just be sitting there playing like the music in his headphones, he'd be playing a fake keyboard
Yeah.
that wasn't there, and it all just added so much to his character, and everyone else in the movie, except for like the main few that are kind of like closer to him, really don't get it.
Yeah, everyone has to consistently ask
Yeah, and
what's
they
his
have to
deal.
question
Yeah.
why he does this, or why isn't he listening? But in all reality, he heard
Listen
everything.
more than anybody else, yeah.
And it's like everyone questions him until they actually like just learn like, okay, he's gonna do him, and we got to do us.
Yeah, if we're being real, he was the largest part of each one of these heists, and everyone else was just like, oh yeah, he needs to pay attention. It's like, he fucking understands it, obviously. He's the one who gets you away every time.
Yeah, and it's just so good, and I just keep going back to this music, because the music, literally, it's like, I don't know how they did it. I'm not a film major, but it seems like they must have been playing the music on real loud speakers while they were making the scenes, and just so
everything line up.
Everything line up, or they just like got lucky. But I don't think you just get lucky like that, because everything lined up so perfectly.
Yeah, I definitely loved it. I love the way a lot of these scenes were shot, where it was just perfectly lined up with the music, and it seemed like each one of these scenes had its own song in mind. And it entirely revolved around it. Like, that's the best part about this, is where most of these movies, like, their soundtracks are good, they might not be good. Like, the easiest way to compare this would be, I guess, to Ocean's 11, like a heist movie.
Well, the way I would say this is like Guardians of the Galaxy. They both have great like soundtracks.
Yeah.
But Guardians of the Galaxy was kind of like not like surrounded around it. It was like, here's like, we're showing you a cool scene, we're gonna play some awesome tunes. This was like, we're showing you a cool scene that incorporates driving and talking and braking and all this other stuff into one thing, instead of it just being like an overlay onto something.
Yeah, it was meant to really highlight the music.
Well, I guess so was Guardians, but
yeah, I mean,
not in the way that this did.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, I'm not like a huge car guy. I don't love cars. I wish I did. If I had more money, I probably would. But there's certain movies like this and Fast and the Furious that it's not really always logical, or not necessarily logical, but reality. Like, you can't really do a lot of the stuff they do.
Yeah, it's not firmly planted in reality.
Yeah, but that makes me more intrigued. I'd rather watch some cool car scenes about drifting around stuff and stuff like that. And I guess there probably are people out there that can do that stuff, but I can't, so it's not real.
No. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah, but it was just such a good movie, and I'm so glad that we went and saw it.
I know, me too. Yeah, I think this is a perfect time for us to go into spoilers, because I think we've basically just like talked as much as we can about non-spoilers, because this movie, I mean, there's not a whole lot to spoil. Okay, so this is our spoiler portion of this. If you guys haven't watched, yeah, make sure you pause it, come back later, and go see the movie, come back later, hit play. So I absolutely love this movie. I don't think there's a whole lot to spoil in it. It's a standard heist movie. It follows the same themes as a heist movie. The best part about it, like, I feel like we're going into this a little bit too much, but the music was the best part about it. It's what made this movie so great, because otherwise it would have just been another heist movie. Like, I love the characters that are in it, but I love the characters in most heist movies because they're really good. But in this one, the music, I mean, in its own way, was a character, because it was, like, the entire movie was based in music. Like, his mom was a musician. He loved music because of it. Music was always playing because he had the issues with his ears. Like, all these things was just about music. This, in a way, is a musical. Like, and that's why I like it so much. In a way. It's meant to be about music and less about everything going on around it. And I like how you said that the music isn't an overlay. It didn't just exist there. It's like, it's the reason that all of it exists.
Yes.
And I really like that. I think that it made this movie special. Plus, I really like the interactions between Baby and everyone else, and the fact that they kept his name a secret until the very end. I don't know why that was so interesting to me, but I really like that.
Well, it added a layer of, like, mystery that we don't always get when you see a main character in a movie. You instantly know his name. His name is Dominic Toretto. Like, it's gonna throw it in your face.
Yeah.
But this was just like, yeah, it's maybe.
I love that they kept saying throughout the movie, like, B-A-B-Y baby, and then they would just say that every time, over and over again. And that was one of my favorite parts about it. I'm like, why?
And in the characters in this, I feel are especially better than like other heist movies I've seen, because there was a lot of faults to them.
Yeah.
But there was two specifically, the couple, that I just really liked. And it was a shame that it had to go down the way it did, because I felt the dynamic between the two and them with Baby, they were kind of like...
they seem more like friends.
Like big brother and big sister to him, because everyone else would like question, like, oh, why has he got these headphones? Why is he doing this? And they were kind of just like, he's gonna do his job. Let's just let him do his job.
Yeah, that's probably one of the only things that I may not have enjoyed about this movie, was the fact that, like, Bud became the antagonist. Like, in the end, he's hunting down Baby because of Monica's death.
Yeah.
And that really annoyed me, because I was like,
I really liked them.
He kind of changed everything. Like, he was all on Baby's side for the longest time.
I wish it was Bats.
And then Monica died.
Bats had not died the way he did.
Yeah.
It was a sweet death.
It was awesome. That was a great death.
But I kind of wish Bats was the one chasing him down. And maybe Monica and Buddy just... Or Bud kind of just went off into their own thing, you know?
Yeah. I wish, like, I mean, I could have seen them being, like, casualties. I would have been, like, I mean, I wouldn't have preferred that, but I would rather, like, Bud not become a villain.
Yeah.
Because I know this is about Baby, but it also had other characters in it that were really interesting.
And characters that I, frankly, really liked.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. They were just, like, they highlighted everything in this movie. They were, like, standouts alongside Baby, and I mean, like, Bats, not as interesting. He was just a psycho. Cool. Like, I would rather have him be the villain.
Continue to be the villain.
Yeah, him be, like, kind of just the flat villain, because I enjoyed these other characters so much more. I mean, Bud was, in my opinion, a better villain, because you actually knew his motives behind all of it.
He had a motive, like...
Yeah, and they explain it earlier on. Monica says, like, he is relentless when it comes to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, and it kind of just... And they gave out, like, examples of that, like, oh, stabbed this guy and did all this other stuff because he looked at her wrong or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just made me like them even more, because it was kind of like...
They were this really dysfunctional, like, loving couple.
Yeah, but it's still what it came down to was each other.
Yeah.
And, they died. Spoiler. Unfortunately, because I kind of wish that they kind of had their own, like, movie or something.
They made a spin-off of Baby Driver.
Just a movie of them and maybe someone else heisting, you know? Because I like heist movies. They keep my blood pumping, because you never really know what's going to happen. Someone's going to betray, someone's going to do all this other stuff. And I really like it, and I really enjoyed those two characters, so I wish they would have done something else.
Yeah, I definitely wish there was a little bit more. And I wish there was a little bit more of Doc. I felt like he was just kind of underutilized. Yeah. I mean, he was really interesting, and he planned all these heists, but I don't know. I feel like he should have had a larger role. But, like, these few things are the only things that I actually have bad to say about this movie.
I'm going to say overall, I didn't really have anything bad to say or bad about it at all, because it ended great.
Yeah. It ended on a great note.
Great. I just wish, in my own hearts of hearts, that it changed a little bit, but that did not take away from the movie at all.
So overall, I think we both can agree that we actually love this movie. It was a great movie. I have, like, 2 small issues with it, but overall, I would still give it a very, very high rating. I thought it was a great movie. Like, I'm definitely going to go see it again.
I wish there was more cars. Maybe a little bit of Vin Diesel. I could have used some of The Rock. You really just wish this was another Fast and the Furious movie? I just kind of wish that they recruited him. That would be so weird. Make it in the same cinematic universe. That would be so uncomfortable. Yeah. Especially because the end is just the conclusion. It's like, oh, cool, he's done. There you go. Yeah, but... Like, he gets to go off and, like, drive away into the sunset. Yeah, but now he can be a hero. True, I mean, whatever, dude. He can use his abilities for good. Yeah, we definitely recommend you guys go see this movie. We loved it. If you guys like this video, make sure you click that like button. Make sure you subscribe for more of our content. We post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We also post on Tuesdays and Thursdays for just random offshoot videos. Typically, those are better videos. Oh, yeah. So much better.
No, not really. Make sure you guys leave a comment letting us know how we are doing, if you guys like these, and anything else in that section down below. That's about it for us today, and I think we hope you guys have a good day.
Yeah.